Okay, so we are going to create a new list in MailChimp. So we just logged into our account. You're on the dashboard page. Click on this tab, Lists here. And once that loads, you'll see we have no lists. So let's create a new one here. Okay, so we'll give our list a name. We'll call it Alex's Amazing Articles. Our from email address will be my email here. We'll say it's from Alex Mingy. And so you'll notice that there's a little warning coming up. And what this has to do with is if you try to send, because the emails that are getting sent will be sent through MailChimp servers, but sometimes like Yahoo and AOL, if they are getting emails from like a Yahoo address or an AOL address, but it's coming from a MailChimp server, they think that there could be spam or something like that, so they might get rejected. So if you have your own, like a business server, something like this example here, I would suggest using that instead. If you don't, then you can just use a Yahoo, Gmail, what have you, but there might be a chance that they could get rejected. So take some time to read through this if that is something you're doing. But for now, it won't matter for us. So we'll acknowledge the risk, have our contact information, and for a reminder, we'll say you signed up to receive Alex's amazing article. Okay, so I just want a daily notification, daily summary, so we'll save that. Now that we have our list, let's bring in some subscribers. So there's a few different ways you can do this. If you have a CSV or a text file, you can import that right in. Well, the option we are going to be doing is copying and pasting from an Excel spreadsheet, because I think that that's a way that most people will be keeping track of emails. So if you already have them in this format, you can just copy them right back in. Otherwise, you can also import directly from something like Google Contacts or one of these other programs. And I did go through this earlier, and it was pretty straightforward. So let's look at the Excel one. So we'll hit Next down here. And what we'll do is we'll go over to our spreadsheet. So we have them formatted this way. If you look at the columns here, so they say email address, first name, last name. So put the email address on the left. That does matter. We're going to have to label the other columns anyways. So while I put them in the order they were in that example, you'll see that it doesn't really matter if you have like last name and then first name, but have the email address on the leftmost column. And we will go back to MailChimp and paste there. So we just copied and pasted into this box here, and understand that, and then the next button pops up, and so like what I was saying before, we have to name this column, so we will say this is first name and this is last name, and then the email address is able to detect that automatically. Okay, so we'll save that. And now that we have our 3 columns brought in, we'll hit next to finish. Okay, so now let's import these in. We want these people to be subscribers. So we'll hit import. And now all 4 of them, those email addresses, are on our list. Alright, so in the next video we will talk about how to create a sign-up form.